Show. Well, the Doug Run Show. Well, the Doug Run Show. Well, I'm Doug Rice. One day, mother. Yay! How you doing? What up? Welcome. Friday. Talking about Friday. Talking about payday. I know you're out there. You're about there. You escaped and went to work, and I bet you cast a smile on one or two folks. And they're still warm from the negrosity. How we doing? Friday, the 26th of August, 2022. Some people call this the Alternative Black History Month. Of course, I say to hell with that. All of that sentient bullshit nonsense that is beyond the pale and scope of reasoning. If February is not enough, and it's not, what makes you think Caesar Augustus really wants to use his name to promote the plight and perils of Negroes in America? He don't give a fuck about that. Stop that shit. All right. How we doing, folks? I am the one and the only, the Doug Rice Show. You are here. It is happening. I am also recording this as well. I don't know how the camera is going to work because one camera's up here, the other camera's down here. I'm used to making a connection with you folks. So I'm more likely, I don't know if I'm going to use it. I just want to make sure I have it in case they decide not to let me have it. Now, you know the drill. I've been doing this for well over a year. Let me give a little background on the Doug Rice Show, TDRS. On the 6th of January, 2021, I turned on the screen like everyone else, and I took it all in. I saw the melee. Saw the expression of caucasity gone wild in this country as it paraded itself into the precious halls that they hold so dear and smeared shit on said wall. All in an expression of fear and loathing. Racist ideology that comes to bear when these beings in their weak-minded nature just can't get out of their own goddamned way. So, they congregate to Washington, D.C. by the thousand. Now we know an orchestrated, nonsensical mess, culminating in the deaths of several peace officers and one idiot that was caught up in all the melee. Folks, I tell you, this is being black. I'd rather be a Negro. Okay, let's get out of that. I'm so sorry, folks. I didn't want to tell you. That's how I started. You know, I started this shit. I watched them. They lost their fucking minds. I said to every one of you, nothing will become of this. This will simply be the beginning, and every one of us can see it is just that. So I come out here every day, or at least every other day. Myself and Katrina, the moderator of Might, the one to my right. I don't know where she is on the left. It sounded good. She kicks out the unsavory, those that can't find it within themselves to hold their tongues, because they see this vestige looking them directly in the eye, denying caucasity. I know it drives them crazy. So what we do, me and Katrina, we go over some topics that you might find interesting. We try to hone it down to a few, and then we deliver those topics, a little narration, a little bit of, hey, let me tell you what I'm thinking. And then we peruse the news with Hebrews. And we find the receipts, the reasons. We find everything we need to get that goddamn grin off our faces. If you don't, I just don't get it. The grin does not belong because of the circumstances with which we arrived, ever present, always in the forefront of our minds, and I will never let you forget. I also don't need fucking help on this show. I do want you to know that some of you have invited yourself to, I guess, co-host with me. Does it appear I need a co-host? I don't. Take that shit to the bank. All right. Hey, it's 9:56. It's almost 10 o'clock in the fucking morning. What are you doing? You're looking at me. Appreciate that shit. Okay. You know how we do this. I got a few topics, some narrations. I got a few observances I want to share with you. Do me a favor. Tap the screen, share the live, make your comments. Understand I can't read a damn thing. Writing's that small. Datrina will answer for me if you have a question, if you have a comment, if you can't be civil. Let Datrina know that you can't be civil in here. She'll take care of you. All right, today we are going to start. I got a topic for you. You guys sit down, take some coffee in, you know, the Folgers. Coffee of those woke. Oh, God. Call them now. Datrina, you get Folgers on the goddamn phone. I mean, after the live. Come on. Folgers. Coffee of the woke. This is some good shit, too, you know. It sparks you up. I like it. Getting expensive. Jesus. So today's topic, the anchor topic that we call it, the topic that brings us in today. That topic, we will discuss it, but we won't be able to see it. That topic will be the unseen. Yes, the unseen. The unseen everything. The unseen everywhere. Just the unseen beings, the unseen realm, the unseen dimensions, the unseen places. The unseen! It's got to be talked about. So we're going to do that this morning. Now, let's talk about the unseen. First, you know, some people talk about dimensions. Some people talk about, places that the human eye cannot take in, places we cannot exist as a physical form. And growing up in school, we thought about that abstract shit, right? All of us of a certain age. I was born in 65, right? And we watched news, we watched space, we watched all the movies, we took it all in, we tried to get a grasp on what may have been conveyed. But when you talk about current events and how these individuals are now exploring unseen places, mathematically provable, unseen realms, dimensions that they can calculate as to their existence being an absolute affirmative. And that is the number 9. They've calculated without doubt and beyond any question. There are 9 dimensions. Now you need to follow me on this. Now we're not interdimensional creatures. I mean, we're made for this place. And it suits us well. But there is an unseen realm, several that exist, provable. And the number may be higher than 9, but with quantum mechanics and theoretical physics, all the things that they've now stolen or obtained, this hidden, forbidden knowledge of the unseen that has somehow seeped out from that place and into the minds and sight and vision and knowledge of these human beings, and which they're trying to crack the code that takes them into the unseen realm. And it's important that you understand how fucking dangerous that is. You need to feel me on understanding just how perilous a journey that is to undertake. Because first, once you've opened the door, there's no closing. And I follow that thought with this simple thought. Listen, you've proven that these unseen places exist. You have to ask yourself only one question. Why are they there? They're there because something exists within those unseen places. The second question you might want to consider is why the fuck they are unseen places, and why maybe you have been kept from accessing those unseen places purposefully. Perhaps, I don't know. This is I don't know, me. Maybe something we should be fucking doing. Maybe we should stay the fuck out of these unseen places. There are some unseen perils, unseen plights, unseen dangers, unseen shit that need to be seen. It's not being seen for a reason. It's unseen because being seen is dangerous shit. But you got to consider these people don't give a fuck about that. They do not care. I'll tell you why. They have no hope. They have absolutely no hope. They're peering into places, commiserating with beings they have no knowledge of, and they are making plans that mean their demise. And we all know it. We see advancing technological availability. Everybody now has everything they need. They're about to start the metaverse. I don't think this boy Zuckerberg is going to quit about that goddamn metaverse. I just don't. But again, the unseen. Unseen. I'm talking about unseen, not just places, but beings. Now look, if you're not looking up, if you're not taking the advice of the media, don't look up. If you're not at least paying attention to some occurrences that are happening outside of the planet's surface, then you're missing some shit. Because shit's happening up out there. I don't give a fuck where you call it. I don't care if you think it's a flat earth, round earth, a hollow earth. Shit's going on. People are taking notice. But they are full of distraction. And these unseen beings come from unseen places with unseen notions and unseen plans. You got to understand. Everything is a reflection. Everything is a reflection. The same way that nothing is done for Negroes without the benefit toward Caucasity. You can believe that these beings will do absolutely nothing for the people that serve them without something benefiting them. It's a sinister, repetitive nature. And so we go into the second phase of this narrative, and we talk about the reflective nature of things. We talk about the reflective nature of this experience that we're in right now. If you don't believe this to be true, then you are not paying attention. All of the things that we are looking at happening, the debates, the wars, the conversations, the ideations, the manipulations, all of the things that we watch in awe-inspired wonderment, trying to figure out what the fuck's going to happen next. All of this is a reflection of what was discussed in the unseen realm I'm talking about. Now, for those of you that follow scriptures, just follow along. You and I both know there's a war in heaven. That war was not initiated through no reason. There's something that had to happen. A buildup, if you will. Shit don't just occur. There are steps toward conflagration. We're looking at the unseen world express itself into the seen world. Everything that you see more likely reflects something that you can't see. Okay. The reflective nature then should come into play as the world seems to be losing its goddamn mind, doing all kind of crazy nonsense. And you know, one of the things that's fueling the fear of these folks that foment all this nonsense, artificial intelligence. Now let me help you connect the dots. Okay, so That artificial intelligence scaring the shit out of Elon Musk. Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, tells you artificial intelligence is just crazed nonsense that we should all run screaming into the night from. Fine. The reflective nature of things. Can you imagine the creator creating human beings, this odd combination of physical and spiritual, come alive, move about, procreate, worship, with a little authority over us unseen beings? I'm taking a little bit of exception. What you mean they can do what they want? The reflective nature of things may dictate that as we watch ourselves develop creatures that are sentient, artificial intelligence, the fear, the angst, the anger, the other things that drive this society mad, that just being a pinhole. But if you can understand, perhaps we were looked upon in the unseen world as a fucking danger. You think about beings created eons ago looking at some mud that got up, formed just minutes ago, walking about worshiping the Most High. I'm sure there was a conversation about that in the unseen world. I wonder what kind of conversations they had as humans, man, Negroes, people, filled the earth. There was a conversation, wasn't there? If we don't check them, there's nothing they won't accomplish. Let's confuse their language. Dear God, look at them. They damn near make me want to destroy every single one of them. I just don't get it. The reflective nature of things. It's very, very not talked about subject. You guys looking at it, you see it. As we cascade into what seems to be an unstoppable event, some sort of repetitive nonsense, using the same topics, same grievances, only now magnified. As technology increases to a point that approaches light speed, they're trying to leave this place. They're trying to create the kingdom that fast approaches. Perhaps they're trying to obtain entry into the unseen world, forbidden places. And I'm going to tell you, I think the Creator's going to bring an abrupt stop to that shit. What's driving them wild? Why now? What's driving them crazy, man? They're losing their fucking mind. Specific set, those affected by the rays of the sun seemingly turning from yellow to white over a period of years. Everybody sees it. No one's talking about it. Nobody's talking about it. Somebody knows the sun's doing something. How do I know that? Because they've built another sun in China. Well, my goodness, I wonder why. We're not paying attention. We're not paying attention. Things are not being reported. Let me tell you, there are protests that are happening all over this planet that are not being reported right now. There are people losing their minds over something they've been told will apply to their lives that they refuse to accept. Look, I'm looking at some Pakistani riots that are getting a bit vigorous. Millions of people in the streets. It's amazing. Let me tell you what they're chanting. They will not bow to the United States of America. I was trying to figure out who sent these clowns a message that we wanted anything from them. I don't remember sending a fucking memo. And then I remembered, I'm not one of these motherfuckers. Of course they're not going to tell me what's going on. Because if I had a say, if I mattered, I'd know why millions of people are in the streets in cities in Pakistan, all over the freaking country, daring the United States to push them any further regarding what they intend for their lives. And I just can't for the life of me figure out why this is not being reported on mainstream media. And then I look at Wuhan. You guys know Wuhan reports pretty good shit, you know. Look at that young chick. She's out there reporting news that's as heavy as granite is to ships at sea. This woman dropping bombs of knowledge that just blow your mind. United States news media just ignores the facts, the war games, the conflagration. All of these things that are stirring the earth toward an event that I believe the United States will be the victim of. And I can tell you, without doubt, it's having an effect on us. It's having an effect on us. Negroes here. What's happening is having an effect on us. We are going sane. You feel it? Oh, I know you do. Oh, I know you do. You better hear me. We, Negroes, Hebrews, here in America specifically, we are going sane. Our right mind is just forcing itself on our psyche. Wokeness that we feel every goddamn day, becoming more and more clear and present. The danger only in the minds of those that just don't get it. We are all going sane. Doesn't it feel good? And they're scared of that shit. Oh, hell no. They don't like this. They don't like this. This terrifies them. But I know some of you have been wondering, what the fuck? Why? Why this sharpness, this alertness? Why this need to be on point, on my goddamn square? Why am I refusing to do things that are not right? Why is my character pointing true north? And why cannot I evade this craving to be righteous? I know it's happening to you. It's happening to me too. Some of us think so much of our condition that we tell ourselves and each other that we're the Messiah. We've got that going on in Louisiana. Oh, yeah, boy, Judy, you. I was going to squeeze you in somehow, boy. The righteousness, the righteous anger, the righteous indignation, the intolerance for all things Caucasus would make it appear as if you are losing your faculties, but nothing could be further from the truth, my family. The thing is, you are going sane. Embrace it. All right, so, we're just clipping along. I'm doing topic after topic after topic after topic. One of the things that I notice as we suffer from the sun in good portion, activating our melanin, as our pineal gland comes alive, that being the result of the sun, I think, doing what it's doing, as we watch the opposite effect on our doppelganging counterparts, so racist in their nature, they're going mad with fear. As we watch all of it unfold in their politics and their society, I think it's imperative that we be RET2GO. I mean that shit. I kid you not. Listen, look, I'm packed always. I'm not fucking playing. How do you think this ends with us in it? When time comes for a reckoning, who do you think they're going to blame for their plight? When wrists start going into cuffs, when it's made known that the treatment of Negroes has come home to roost, what do you think they're going to do? What do you think their reaction to our presence will be then? I mean, some of them see us playing in the streets and aim their vehicles at us and attempt to end our lives. Some of them, they get in their feelings, they write 26 pages of drivel so that they can justify a 200-mile drive on a Saturday. But when they start going in chains, and they start being told why, the few that have yet to be gathered up, corralled up, oh, they're going to act out, man. And they're going to think back. They're going to think back to how this all just built up. They're going to think back to brothers and sisters bringing powerful men, calling them to account in several states. They're going to think back to intelligent sisters being voted and elected and sworn into the highest courts of the land. They're going to think back to all the things we celebrate ourselves for accomplishing, that they get in their feelings for us accomplishing. It's a double-edged sword. And these folks, they look at what we do and get agitated. That's why I take no joy in the accomplishments of what Negroes do in this country to further the nonsense that is set to kill them all. And like a weight that just has pebbles continually tossed to offset its balance, little by little, acknowledging things done years ago, regurgitating nonsensical history for history's sake, piling it on the conscience of these people destined to cancel CRT as their friends and neighbors look to Ron DeSantis and the like to inspire them. What do you think's going to happen when they get put in cuffs and we're still here? Get ready to go! Be packed. That's all. Out of precaution. For no other reason than, fuck it. It's Friday. Get yourself a go bag. Make sure that you can leave your domicile and not look back on a moment's notice. Be sure you're ready to fly, ready to be transported. However it occurs, we are leaving. Okay. I got a question, okay? I want to know something, okay? I talk on the phone all day for 30 years. I'm a telemarketing genius, if I can say that for myself, yes. I'm going to ask the question. I'm going to hurt some fucking feelings, so you prepare. In fact, I'm going to take a drink. Hold on. Some of you may want to sit the fuck down for this one. Before you do, tap the screen, share the like, share the live. Here we go. I got a question. One question. What is Latino? Oh yeah, motherfuckers, we getting into it. What is it? I don't know what it is. What are we talking about here? Look, we've got now an initiative, a movement for Latino rights. Look, I want rights and less for everybody. Please, just take what you need. But if you're going to establish a movement behind a demographic of people, then you're going to have to explain to me what Latino is, because we've looked it up, and I'm not trying to insult you, but if you get insulted, well, so be it. I look at the term, and it associates itself for me with nothing but caucasity with an accent. Latino mires itself in the caucasus cacophony of pretty speech, cursed with Spanish style. That's it. It's just another way to celebrate that which they call whiteness. That's just it. Now, I know some of you are going to talk to me about Negro Latinos and all this Afro-Latinos, and I'm not talking about Negroes who happen to speak Spanish, who happen to have an accent. I'm not talking about Hamites that happen to have learned the Spanish, Latin-esque language, a dead language. I'm not talking about that. Listen, you are trying to muddy the waters. That's all. If you are a Negro, you are a Negro. Whether you speak Spanish, whether you have a Spanish accent, it does not matter. But when you talk about Latinos, well, you're not talking about Negroes. And that's just a fucking fact. It's puzzled me. So I put it out there at the end of the narrative. I know some of you may unfriend me and leave me, and I know that you know that I will not be crushed. All right, well, that's it, folks. I got one I want to do, but I know Detrina's like laughing her ass off right now because I'm looking at it. I got some thoughts. I got thoughts. Look, let me tell you something, okay? This was a segment I was going to do. My thoughts on Stacy. All right? I figured I'd hurt your feelings. I might as well lean into it, but let me tell you, Stacy Abrams, my thoughts on Stacy Abrams. First, let me preface this by saying this is not PG. This is R. Second, I love that woman. I think she is the most powerful female, public, Negro, female featured individual today. I think that her very presence is gravitas. I'd love to work for her. I can imagine Stacy Abrams' meetings. I can imagine the meetings have got to be amazing. You know, working for Stacy Abrams, I would entertain maybe driving for her, but not, you know, in the whole fray of politics, because I'm going to tell her what I feel. That's just going to piss her off. But, you know, I can just imagine she's a powerful woman, and some people have taken exception. I like her. Okay, so the thought, though, is real simple. You know, working for her is one thing, but I'm wondering about the guy, depending on what you might, you know, steps up to that challenge, to the Stacy Abrams challenge. I'll just call it that. I'm trying to be respectful. Looking at her, seeing her demeanor, the strength, I'm going to just say that any man brave enough to climb that mountain had better be both well-equipped and loaded for bear. That's what he's going to be dealing with. But my point is that if you don't hit the mark, this is speculation, you won't make it out of the encounter alive. Stacy Abrams is that strong. She'll give you one shot over, there's no second chance, and if you don't do what you need to do, then there's no more you. And those are my thoughts on Stacy. Did I go too far? I'd do that. All right, I bought a couple of domains today. I bought a couple of domains. Okay, the first domain I bought was called Negro City. Negro City, capital N, capital C. And then, that's negrocity.com. I'm putting to work trying to get it built up. And then I've also purchased negrosity.org. Same spelling, capital N. So, with the same URL word, you get two different web pages, and we'll build on those. Negro City will be something involving, I don't know, us. And, of course, Negrosity will be the organization of Negrosity. That is a must. I must tell you. All right, so there we go with that. Okay, so just to let you know, I am recording this, right? And trying to get everything done. Today, we are going to peruse the black news and other news. Just messed up my screen. But the very interesting stuff that we have, I have on the screen black news and a list of all the open and available tabs. Detrina and I go through Before we get this show, we go through and we pick the tidbits that are best able to get that goddamned smile off your faces. So, second half of the Doug Rice Show, 10:25. Please tap the screen, share the live, give to the links that I'm sure the trainer will put up there. But we have some gems today. What's the point of the news? The news is to reinforce the need for all of us to walk about with a serious fucking face. Time for smiling is over. The time for looking content, satisfied, at ease, okay with what the fuck is happening around you. If you are not a conscious Negro, get out. It's time. The natives are getting really, really, really restless. And by the natives, I don't mean those they've put on reservations. I mean those that call themselves Native Americans. These folks are losing their damned mind. So what I do is I first look the news up. I want to see what's happening in the world, in America, in this penal colony for Negroes built for us by us. And then I read it. I'll tell you a little bit about it. I encourage you to go to my Twitterverse where you can see some of what I talk about. All right, let's do this. Okay, 10:26 in the morning. Hope you're having a good day. It's Friday. If you're off, well, try to get yourself together. If you're not going into work today, good for you. All right, so first things first, as we peruse the news, I wonder what I got. So, this one slaps me in the first damn stroke. Black man wrongfully imprisoned on rape charges, freed after 36 years. 36 years. From Associated Press this day, Friday, this morning, just before 5 a.m., a 3-minute read. Sullivan Walker used a handkerchief to wipe away tears Thursday as a judge formally vacated his conviction for a home invasion rape. Black man wrongfully convicted as a teenager for a New Orleans rape more than 36 years ago. Ordered freed yesterday after a judge threw out his conviction. 53, cried, handkerchief, family. And you know what they're going to give him? Attaboy. Appreciate your life. Oh, we'll get you some money. We're just calculating. You relax. Just get the fuck out first. You still grinning? You at work right now? You watching me at work? You been smiling all fucking morning? I know you have. I can smell it on you. The next one, look in your fucking face. Don't have a shit-eating grin on it. This is serious business. I mean, 36 years. I mean, wife, kids, grandkids, career. Fuck it. Done! And you know what's interesting? He told him he didn't do it. Ain't that... Okay, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. Just trying to get it together. So this was interesting. A lottery winner dumped by his partner, cut off from the jackpot. They were getting like 10 grand a month. She divorced him and cut him off. That's cold business, man. That's cold business. Here we go. Florida man convicted in hate crime road rage attack on black martial artist dad who fought back. So a guy who took on a brother, who knew how to handle himself, got a rude awakening. Let me see. Yeah, targeted him, got himself, I hope he did not get himself killed, but they got him. They got the guy that, pulled the gun on him, doing all kind of shit. I'm going to share this one. I don't read some of them because all they'll do is piss me off. So you go to Rug Dicer on Twitter, it will be there staring at you like it's staring at me right now. But it tells you, though, you see this specimen staring back at me. It gives you a real solid idea of what's on the minds of these individuals, and it's really changed. It's almost as if a safety has been taken off the psyche of these individuals that surround us. And you expect that at least you can move from point A to point B without getting murdered, without getting indiscriminately run over, without getting questioned as to why you exist in the sight of individuals who choose not to accept your existence. And it's being more and more pronounced by whatever mechanism is being used to make it grow. It grows within them until it explodes. I mean, we just had a lady busted, I guess, having a party about Juneteenth. I shared that, right? What kind of ridiculousness is this nonsense? What's going through your minds? What we would appear to seem to be normal people are losing their fucking minds doing less than sane things, getting caught doing it, called to account, asking for forgiveness, and then getting caught doing something else. It's just awesome. And you're an example? No, you're not. You see, you brought us here under the guise that you would be the example of how to conduct yourselves. You are no goddamned examples, trust me. Moving on. Okay, 24-year-old woman drowns in pool while on Facebook Live. I just thought that was quite interesting. Who is stupid enough? Doesn't matter who it is at this point. I don't care. You're on Facebook Live, you're going to drown in the pool? Was this almost like it was planned? That, I know it got a lot of likes, a lot of shares, they took it down, right? I'm just going to move on, I'm sorry. What's up with this George Foreman accusation? George Foreman accused of sexually assaulting minors? No. I'm going to have to dismiss that one. I just can't. What do you mean? George Foreman in the 70s? This dude was a hammer in the 70s. All he did was hit things. He wasn't hitting those things. It did not even seem that he had that proclivity. You're a boxer? What are you talking about, man? You barely got time for a full-grown woman. You're trying to fight folks like Muhammad Ali and Joe and Frazier. I can't. If it's true, that's an odd mix right there, boy. You get angry and turned on at the same time. What the fuck is wrong with you? Please don't be true. If it's true, I'm going to clown you, George. I have to. It's what I do. All right, continuing. All right, little coffee. I'm all right. Here we go. Major Latino civil rights organization in disarray after botched election. I didn't even read it. That's what put the topic, what is Latino? Because I didn't even know United Latin American Citizens, LULAC, existed. It's as bad as the NAACP. Oh, please, I'm clowning all of these organizations. Nobody's organized. Nobody. They're all clowns. But, they're using oldest Hispanic civil rights organization. United Latin American. When you think of a Latin American, you don't think of a brother. You don't think of a Negro. So we can stop the veiled worship of what we know is whiteness. We know. That's all this is. So, I guess, anyway, I'll leave it alone. Hey, if I step on your mental toes, I am not treading lightly. All right, this was interesting. Forget COVID and monkeypox. The Las Vegas Strip has a bigger problem. What's bigger than COVID and monkeypox combined? I don't know. I didn't read it. Let's see. Explosive growth has been a huge positive to the Las Vegas Strip, but there are some dark clouds ahead. Growth comes with a cost, especially when the growth was not in the original plans. What are we talking about? What's worse? Post-pandemic, this is an empty article. That's clickbait. Don't don't blame me for that article. I thought they were coming with, the dead rising and eating brains and, the shit they're planning for. I thought that's what was going on. I thought maybe the zombie apocalypse had started. You do know they expect a zombie apocalypse. They do. They're planning for it. They're plotting for it. Check with Amazon. Check with the United States government. Don't eat brains. All right. Kentucky's only out trans student athlete banned from her sport. Is that accurate? Okay. I'll leave it alone. But you're the only one and you've been banned? Now, wait a minute. I just want to dissect news when I see it. On this one, I'm going to So, Kentucky's only out trans student athlete has been banned from her sport. You do have to be good at whatever sport you fucking decide to play. You know that, right? You can't be like 10th. You know what I mean? You got to be at least top 3 being able to do what you do. So you sure you weren't cut just because you can't fucking play whatever the fuck you doing? What are you doing? You taking shit mighty personal now. I mean, you the only one. If there was 7 or 8 or 10 of you and all of you's on the team and all of you was kicked off at the same time, that's cool. But you the only out one and you've been banned, tell me your stats. Sorry, just make sure you're objective. That's all, folks. I'm just trying to keep it 100. You just trans. Then yeah, really? How fast do you run? You're coming in 10th these days. Nobody knows. So here's a good one. UPS driver decides to social media the fact that UPS drivers get paid $40 an hour. And he says nobody knows. That's the beauty of it. That UPS drivers get paid $40 an hour. Now it's a fucking problem. Now they're getting harassed. Questions are being asked. I'm wondering if dude should have passed on making that video. I couldn't help it. I'd fucking do it. I'm sorry. But the dude, he should be fired. I don't teach him. Dumbass. Nobody knows. They know now. You idiot. Moving on. All right, what do we got? Woman appears to attack group leaving restaurant in video, tells them to go back to India. What? Thank God she was arrested. This happened, I guess, in Texas, of all places. What is going on with Texas? They're killing people at a clip of one a month now, I guess? They're going to be doing that till 2025. They've now told 18 to 20-year-olds that you can open carry, so that's going to be exciting. Texas just ain't the place to be anymore, bro. I'm telling you right now. They were filled with the rejects from the Confederacy anyway. Oh, we telling the truth today. Oh, yeah! Arizona, Confederacy founded, defeated, beaten, broken motherfuckers. Making a home for themselves, sundowner towns and all. Oh, yeah. So when I hear about some nondescript import, not 2 generations from speaking Euro trash, telling some other people that they need to go back to India, I can only imagine what it looked like them folks are going to walk up on this chick. She was out there by herself. They just think it's like kryptonite. I don't know. What is it? It's not. The caucasity doesn't just stave people off. It draws them to you to try to mop you in public places when you act the fuck out. Don't do that. Don't tell people to go back where they belong. You're all going to go back where you fucking belong. Each man will return to his own land. It's promised. It's going to happen. Go back to India. Boy, let me tell you something. Them Indian chicks, they will not hesitate to jump on you. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, them Indians, they'll hit you. They'll do you. So, I don't know. I hope it ended well for us. You got to run a mouth. Here we go. Federal judge strikes down Texas ban on 18 to 20-year-olds carrying handguns in public. That's going to end so fucking well. In Texas. In Texas, where what are you doing? Men are men and sheep are scared. Sorry. Moving on. Sorry about that. Don't send it my way. I'm just kidding. Oh, hey, Stacy Abrams. She's got a fortune. I didn't know that she had a fortune. How much is she worth? I don't know. It doesn't really say. She's got money. They don't like that she has $3.2 million. What are you talking about, man? What are you Stop. Stop! You telling me y'all mad because Stacy got $3.2 million from 2018 to 2021? Really? Okay. Mitch McConnell makes a certain amount of money every freaking year for what he does. He's worth tens of millions of dollars, and if you calculate the math, there's no way he could have earned it. So don't look at Stacy Abrams making some skrilla for you girls and 3.2 million from 109. I'm telling you, bravo, Stacy. Thank you. Good girl. We got a right to live well. I never said live in poverty. I mean, I got a business. I got a company. You look at the scriptures, it tells you, you got a right to prosper. Commerce is fine. I mean, hey! Abraham went to the town to pick up prostitutes. That's in scripture. Business is business. You know. All right, continuing. The Doug Rice Show. Hey. New York mayor to police officers in New York. Don't talk to each other on city streets. What's that going to look like? That's interesting. So why is he telling it? I don't even fucking want to know, honestly. You know, this guy who's a New York City mayor, I don't know where he's coming from, what he's doing, what kind of brother he is. He's not a brother from another mother. He is some other. I don't know what the hell his problem, bald-faced, is. He commiserates with these beings. He is all in. Is he not all in? This man is in it to win it. Caucasity just dripping off this man in the open. I just can't believe it. So he says they don't want the cops to talk to each other. I don't know. Listen to me. Cops don't need to talk to each other. You know what they need to do? They need to listen to the motherfuckers whose community they police. Fuck talking to each other. Fuck talking. You know what I mean? Every single cop needs to live in the neighborhood he patrols in a solid steel home impenetrable. Not even the Hulk should be able to get into his house. But he needs to live there. How dare you come in our neighborhoods, tell us how it's going without knowing shit. I drift. All right. Well, here we go. Another one. Woman arrested after racist rant and an assault in a restaurant. Oh, is this the same woman? Is this the one that said South Asian? Oh, I believe so. Yes, this is the one that said go back to India. They arrested her. She looks nondescriptive. Bail set at $10,000 if anybody wanted to help her out. And just to let you know, this woman who told these people to go back to India, her name is Esmeralda Upton. She's 58 from Plano, Texas. She's a Latino. All right, folks, that's all I got. I hope I broke your eardrum. Okay, that's it. That's all I got. I don't know what else to tell you. It's Friday. Some of you got shit to do. I know I do, but, this is what I do. I do this full time now. I do this full time because this is what you are supposed to do, and you are supposed to do it, and I am supposed to do it. I want to thank each and every one of you for showing up, for tuning in, for listening to me rant on and on ad infinitum forever and always. It's what I do best, baby. But I do this for the point of waking us up, keeping us awoke, keeping us aware, keeping us in tune with that, all about us, against us, and not for us. I will be on the Negro Central. We're trying to do, I think the Negro City will probably incorporate some of the new social media, more likely. I let Judah and I let Yedidiah take care of the direction of our websites and technical stuff, but you guys will see negroscity.com and negrosity.org. Please go to BUBook, 3 letters, ubook, BUbook.org, and do that Facebook alternative. You'll like that. Also, check out brewtube.org. Again, a masterpiece. These guys know what they're doing. We need a haven, a black haven, if you will. A haven where we can do this, talk and discuss amongst each other all the things that we suffer in this country collectively, because we can't gather together out and about in public. They might shut us down. They might get real nervous. I don't know. But they do not have control over platforms that we own and control, and these are owned and controlled by Negroes, woke Hebrews. And so we are able to speak our minds. I'm going to encourage you as well to give to the cause. If you have it, give it, because the only way they're going to make it is if you give. So go to these platforms, and for God's sake, reach deep. I mean, before you even support me, support these guys. Maybe they'll say the same about themselves, about me, when they come to plug themselves. I don't know. Anyway, I gotta go. I've been here a minute. My voice is going, and I need to save it, but I gotta go. All right, so I think we're good. Everybody's good. You're good. I think we got this shit, right? All right, listen, you guys have a wonderful day. I'm gonna be out. You take it easy. Oh, hey! Come here. Wait 1 minute. That's it. Friday. I know. I was excited. I was ready to go. I got stuff to do. But I wanted to share with you a thought. The weekend is where you can relax. You can think back. You can ponder on all the week's events. You can take it in and just regurgitate it, factor it, scrub it. Then just dismiss it and enjoy the day, right? And there comes Monday, ready to smack you right in the face. Reality just there, always waiting. And do you know what reality is doing? It's smiling at you. That's some ironic nonsense, isn't it? It's smiling at you. It's waiting for you to slip up, to make a wrong move, to determine something incorrectly. And you have to have a countenance about yourself as you glide through the cacophony of caucasity. It's caustic nonsense, causing irreparable harm, cancerous in all it involves. Your job in protecting yourself from the infection that comes at you at light speed is simple. All you have to do is maintain no teeth, baby. You going out there, they're going to see your face. You make sure they don't see shite of the white. You got to go out there this weekend, and I know you do. Protect yourself. Make sure as you let the air hit your face that it does not enter your mouth. You get that goddamn grin off your faces. And then go about your day safely. Good day.